Hi guys, welcome back to All Purpose Builds, episode 4 of New Car Week. And this right here is one of my prized possessions. This is a car that I've had for over a year and is actually one of my dream cars, a car that I've wanted since I was a kid. And opportunity came up sometime last year and I had to kind of make things happen pretty quickly. I bought the car from California and I got it shipped over here, and ever since it's just been sitting around. It's been at a couple different spots and it's just been sitting around. If you guys saw the Civic build, towards the beginning of that build, the car had just been brought here, and there was pretty much nothing on the car. It was just the car itself, and as you can see, the garage has got more cluttered with stuff. But as you can also see, the car is also covered in stuff. Some of these parts are for the car. Some of these parts are not for the car. These are all the parts you guys saw in the last video for the RS. So, being that this is probably one of my top 3 cars that I own, probably number 2. Maybe it'll change when the car's done and as other cars progress. But right now, it's a number 2 on my top whatever. I think I have maybe 10 cars now. So top 2, and there's so much potential. The car is in really good shape, and I'm so excited to tell you guys about my plans with this car and show you guys the car itself. So with all that being said, I just got to move all this stuff out of the way so we can pull the car out and I can show you guys all around it. So let's get to it. So now it's time to unveil the car. Let's take this off. Let's see what we got here. Bet you guys didn't think this was it. Ooh! I present to you guys my 2001 Acura Integra Type R. I know it's green, but trust me, it's real. So this car is a car I've wanted since I was a child. My cousin, when I was, I think, in the 5th grade or something like that, Yahoo and emails became a thing. So he said, "Oh, you should probably make an email." I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what to name it." He's like, "What's your favorite car?" I was like, "A Type R." He's like, "Oh, I got it, Type R Poppy." So I became Type R Poppy at yahoo.com, and now I wouldn't call myself a Poppy. It's only one, but I got one. So this has always been a dream of mine. I've always wanted an Integra Type R. I always wanted a white one, but green will do. And the good thing about this car, it is a theft recovery. So with that being said, it's not one that you need to, I guess, feel bad about. It has been already color changed and it already has a JDM front end. So I mean, how much worse can it get? So with this is Millennium Jade Pearl. So it's a Nissan GTR color from R34, and it looks pretty good. I didn't realize how common this color was until I bought this car, and then a bunch of other Integras started coming up with the same color or very similar color, but mine's a Type R. Anyways, it does have a JDM front end, and I don't know if you guys could tell, but there is a hole here in the hood. So we'll get into that in a bit. But as you guys can see, the car does not have a 5-lug suspension anymore. It is 4x100, and it does have drums in the rear. So when the guy I bought the car from, he did have this car all together at one point, but then he took it apart, and he kept some of the parts, and he just put these on as a roller, because I did buy this car as a shell, so it does not have an engine. And you know, overall, I think this car was a great buy. The paint on this car is pretty much immaculate. It just needs a drivetrain and a couple other things. Sorry, it never just needs a drivetrain. It needs some work. But as far as body goes, this car is in very good condition. So I was very inclined to buy it, and I have owned now for about a year an Integra Type R. So as you guys can see on the outside, there's not much to see. Has the color matched side skirts, the JDM front end. These are black housing HID headlights, and the windows are all tinted all around, which at first I did not like, but I kind of like the privacy. It doesn't look that dark in here because it's a little dim in here, but outside you can't see inside at all. But yeah, as far as goals with this car, I don't have much. So the exterior of the car is going to change just a little bit. I do have another plan for it eventually, but for the time being, I will try to source a hood and just drive it like that, because I don't want a hole in my hood. And I will obviously get the 5-lug suspension. As far as wheels, I don't know yet. That is usually a very last minute thing, because there's always wheels for sale. My all-time favorite wheel are Work RSRs, and they're pretty hard to find nowadays. So maybe, once this car is getting completion, maybe I'll try to source a set of those. But nothing goes better than my favorite wheels with my favorite car. Would be a match made in heaven. I mean, I do also like Volk SC37Ks in bronze, which they're not very common, especially in these platforms. And they haven't made them in I want to say since the early 2000s, so they haven't made them in about 20 years, give or take. So that's my wheel choices for this car. The car does look like it's lowered in the rear, but honestly, guys, I couldn't even tell you if it's lower, if it has coilovers or something. I can't see. I can't even see. I can't see, so I can't tell you. But either way, whatever suspension on it, I know it's probably trash because the guy just put whatever on it. As you guys can see, it has 2 different sets of wheels. It does have optional Integra window visors. That's about it for as much as options go. The car, this was a great purchase in my opinion. I like this car. But let's start getting into it. I don't know where the keys are for this car. Hopefully it's unlocked. It is. The car is not right-hand drive. But let me open the doors, the trunk, the hood, and we can get into it. Ooh. Found the keys. I found them. So, being that this car is a 2001, for those of you guys who are not familiar with Integras, they don't have a trunk release. It's all done with when you unlock the doors, it's electric. Oh, and you guys wouldn't guess what? I can't get into the trunk. Unbelievable. I can't even get in the trunk. This is pretty unfortunate. Okay, enough of that. So we're not going to get into the trunk, which is unfortunate because there's actually something pretty cool to show you guys there. But maybe I can show you guys from the inside. And the hood latch also doesn't work, so I just did all that for nothing. Gotta be very careful. Very careful. All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys with me and let's take a look around the car. All right, so let's get to it. First things first, the hood. Yes, the hood is painted inside and out, and yes, the paint is pretty good, but as you guys can see, there's a huge hole there. So as you guys can see right here, there's no mount there. There's a mount there, the mount there, but no mount there. originally black. They didn't get all the way under there. As far as the engine bay goes, I do want to redo it because it does have some cracks right there. You guys, right there. Does have some imperfections here, like putting in the engine and stuff. Also here, stuff like that. So, like I said, the car is very filthy right now, but you can see how clean it is. Well, I hope you guys can see how clean the paint is. The interior, so it has these weird looking door panels. It's like some weird checker stuff, like Velt and stuff like that. Don't need those. The car has like a US cluster. I do have a JDM cluster for it. This is the Type R. Since the 2001, it does have the Type R, all the Type R carbon fiber stuff. Unfortunately, this here, let's see if I can get this to focus. This window switch here is broken, so I do have to get another one. But it does have the window switch, the driver's side vent. It also does have that one, and it has the one on that door. I'll show you guys too. You guys see the car is painted all the way down. The car did not come with Type R interior. As you guys can see, these are just regular. This thing's having a hard time focus. These are just regular Civic EG, regular seats. The car does not have the armrest, but I did buy another armrest for it. And as you guys can see right here, yep, the whole car is painted in and out. So you guys see up there, down there, and up here. The car is completely painted in and out, so this makes it that much better of a show car or my ultimate Honda build, because I want a car that I could go all out in. And maybe I cheated a little bit because this car doesn't really need paint work or body work at all. So it just allows me to go that much further into the build without having to worry about the exterior at all or the interior at all. The car is going to need basically everything else in the interior. I do have parts for it. I do have an armrest. I have a shifter bezel. Wait, is that carbon fiber? That's not carbon fiber. I do have a shifter bezel. Brother Curvis forcefully donated to the build. The car, like I said, do have a 5-lug. And as far as engine goes, I'm between B and K series. Being that it already has a K series, that they removed the mount for the K series, I may go that route, but I may also go B series. I'm a B series guy at heart. I love B series. It's a Type R. I would love to bring it back to its originality. At least, well, it doesn't matter anymore, but at least in that aspect of it. So this will be an ultimate Honda build, and I can't wait to get to it. It is going to be some time, like I said before, but I just wanted to show you guys the car because we do have it. It's been sitting here for over a year, and I just want to get to. I just wanted to share it with you guys so I don't have to worry about having to cover it anymore or it popping up in videos. With that being said, guys, make sure you tune in every day because there's going to be a new video for the whole month of June. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and make sure you subscribe. See you guys on the next one.